Today, our topic is the role of journaling in Stoic practice. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. One of the most important tools Stoics use to practice this philosophy is journaling. Journaling is not just writing down your thoughts. It is a way to reflect, learn, and grow. It helps us understand ourselves better and live in harmony with nature and reason. This practice has been used by great Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. They wrote down their thoughts to remind themselves of Stoic principles and to stay focused on what truly matters. Let us explore how journaling can help us in our Stoic practice and why it is such a powerful tool for self-improvement. First, journaling helps us reflect on our day. At the end of each day, we can sit down and think about what happened. We can ask ourselves questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? Did I act according to my values? Did I let my emotions control me? By writing down our answers, we can see patterns in our behavior. We can notice when we are acting virtuously and when we are not. This reflection helps us become more aware of our actions and choices. It helps us learn from our mistakes and celebrate our successes. Over time, this practice makes us wiser and more disciplined. Second, journaling helps us prepare for the day ahead. In the morning, we can write down our goals and intentions. We can remind ourselves of Stoic principles such as focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not. We can visualize challenges that might come our way and think about how we will handle them. For example, if we know we will have a difficult conversation, we can write down how we will stay calm and focused. By preparing in this way, we are less likely to be caught off guard by events. We are more likely to respond with reason and virtue instead of reacting with emotion. Third, journaling helps us practice gratitude. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what we have and not to take things for granted. By writing down the things we are grateful for, we train our minds to focus on the positive aspects of life. This does not mean we ignore problems or pretend everything is perfect. It means we recognize the good things even in difficult times. For example, we might be grateful for our health, our friends, or the opportunity to learn something new. When we practice gratitude, we become more content and less anxious. We realize that many of the things we worry about are not as important as we think. Fourth, journaling helps us manage our emotions. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are not good or bad in themselves. What matters is how we respond to them. By writing about our emotions, we can understand them better. We can ask ourselves, why am I feeling this way? Is this emotion based on something within my control or outside of it? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? For example, if we feel angry, we can write about what triggered the anger and how we can handle it without losing our temper. By doing this, we gain control over our emotions instead of letting them control us. Fifth, journaling helps us remember Stoic teachings. The Stoic philosophers wrote down their thoughts to remind themselves of important principles. For example, Marcus Aurelius wrote his famous book, Meditations, as a personal journal. He used it to remind himself to stay humble, to focus on his duty, and to accept whatever happens with grace. When we write down Stoic quotes or ideas, we make them part of our daily life. We can revisit these writings whenever we need guidance or inspiration. Over time, these principles become second nature to us. We start to live them without even thinking about it. Sixth, journaling helps us track our progress. Stoicism is not about being perfect. It is about making progress. By writing regularly, we can see how far we have come. We can notice improvements in our behavior, our mindset, and our relationships. We can also see areas where we still need work. This self-awareness is crucial for growth. It keeps us honest with ourselves and motivated to keep improving. For example, If we notice that we are still getting easily frustrated, we can focus on practicing patience in the coming weeks. By tracking our progress, we stay committed to the Stoic path. Seventh, journaling helps us face challenges with courage. Life is full of difficulties, and Stoicism teaches us to accept them as part of the natural order. When we write about our challenges, we can put them into perspective. We can remind ourselves that obstacles are opportunities to grow. We can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this situation? How can I turn this challenge into an advantage? By writing about our struggles, we become more resilient. We learn to face them with courage and determination instead of fear and avoidance. Eighth, journaling helps us connect with our inner self. In the busyness of life, it is easy to lose touch with who we really are. We get caught up in external things like work, social media, and other distractions. Journaling gives us a chance to slow down and listen to our inner voice. It helps us clarify our values, our goals, and our purpose. It reminds us of what truly matters to us. For example, we might write about our dreams, our fears, or our deepest desires. By connecting with our inner self, we live more authentically and meaningfully. Ninth, journaling helps us practice mindfulness. Stoicism encourages us to live in the present moment and to be fully aware of our thoughts and actions. When we write in our journal, we are fully present. We focus on our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice helps us become more mindful in other areas of life as well. We learn to pay attention to the here and now instead of worrying about the past or the future. Mindfulness brings peace and clarity to our minds, making it easier to live according to Stoic principles. 10th, journaling helps us build a legacy. The Stoic philosophers left behind their writings as a gift to future generations. Their journals have inspired millions of people to live better lives. When we write in our journals, we are also creating a legacy. Our writings can help us remember our journey and the lessons we have learned. They can also inspire others who read them in the future. Even if no one else ever reads our journal, it is still a valuable record of our growth and wisdom. In conclusion, journaling is a powerful tool for practicing Stoicism. It helps us reflect, prepare, practice gratitude, manage emotions, remember teachings, track progress, face challenges, connect with our inner self, practice mindfulness, and build a legacy. It is a simple yet profound practice that can transform our lives. If you are new to journaling, start small. Write a few sentences each day about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Over time, you will see the benefits. You will become more self-aware, more disciplined, and more aligned with Stoic principles. Remember, the goal is not to write perfectly, but to write honestly. Your journal is your personal space to explore, learn, and grow. So pick up a pen and start writing. Your Stoic journey begins today.